Welcome and thanks for joining us at EMII.com. I'm Ainsley Fuhrer with your hedge fund headlines. Today is Thursday, March 12, 2009. Bernard Madoff's lawyer told a judge on Tuesday that Madoff will plead guilty to 11 criminal charges for allegedly running the largest Ponzi scheme in U.S. history. Madoff, originally charged with 1 count of securities fraud, will plead guilty to 11 charges, including investment advisor fraud, mail fraud, wire fraud, 3 counts of money laundering, false statements, perjury, false filings with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, and theft from an employee benefit plan. U.S. District Judge Denny Chin said only 2 issues will be dealt with today: whether the judge will accept a guilty plea and whether Madoff will go to jail today. Victims wishing to speak will be forced to wait until sentencing. Staying with hedge fund news, the Financial Times reports that the Lord Rothschild and Jim Slater-backed farm fund, Agrifirma Brazil, is canceling its hedge fund-style fees in order to attract investors. Agrifirma is planning to restructure itself as a Jersey company, paying salaries and bonuses to managers instead of an annual 2% fee plus 20% of profits. The change will cut in half the payments made to Agrifirma's managers, assuming targets are met. And in more hedge fund news, Press Trust of India reports that global investors pulled a record amount of cash from Asia equity funds in the first week of March, with China-focused funds comprising almost 1/3 of the money. Asia, excluding Japan equity firms, saw the biggest outflows in dollar terms of over $1 billion, the highest in 20 weeks. All major emerging market equity fund groups the firm tracks posted outflows for the week. Even traditionally safe sectors failed to lure investors. And in other hedge fund news, Bloomberg reports that the Australian Fund Monitors Index, which tracks the performance of 201 hedge funds managed from within the country, dropped 0.7% in February, based on 17% of the fund's reporting. Equity long-short funds were the worst performing group in February, dropping 2.2%, while equity long funds dropped 2%. Multi-strategy funds fared the best, gaining 4.1%, while global macro funds were second best with a 1.2% gain. And that rounds out today's hedge fund headlines. Thanks for joining us on EMII.com. For more details on these stories and much more, click onto our hedge funds channel online and read the full stories and latest developments.